Hello, my name is Andrew Hagle. Some of you know me as Sniggle Fluffy on Experience Project or Truckin' Hubby on Twitter. But however you found this video, I'm really glad you found it. This is the story of Liz Hoggard in the UK, who's a freelance journalist who's been squeezed by lack of offers and lack of work. So she's been forced to sell off personal property. Sarah Firth from RT reports.
For a large part of her life, Liz Hoggard has been tapping away at building a life for herself. As a freelance journalist, she's been part of Britain's middle class. They own credit cards, pay their mortgages on time, and they thrived during boom time. But then came the bust, and with it the decline of opportunities that were for so long a middle-class perk.
I didn't get a contract renewed because budgets were being cut. And so all those little things you have in place, you always live slightly on credit. You know, you're in anticipation that you'll get paid quite soon. That got much tougher.
Low incomes coupled with high living costs are stoking fears of a shrinking middle in Britain. Fears backed up in a report by the Resolution Foundation think tank. It looked into what the future holds for the 10 million adults in low to middle income households, and it forecast another decade of hardship.
Well, unfortunately, it's a bit of a grim prospect. Prices have risen faster than earnings for quite some time now, and what that means is that people are earning a similar amount, perhaps a little more, but they can't buy as much with it.
A stark example of this is housing.
A couple of decades ago, you'd have had to save for a couple of years, maybe 3 or 4 years, to get a deposit on a house if you're a low to middle income first time buyer. At the moment, you're looking at about 22 years.
So middle class trimmings like foreign holidays, meals out and home improvements are on hold for the time being, as Liz has found out. She's having to sell off possessions to pay for essentials like dental treatment. How does it feel packing up these books that you've acquired sort of throughout your lifetime and having to sell them off?
It's quite emotional at times, and you have a rush of memory, and then you think, actually I haven't read them for 10 years, and probably if there's something really important I can find it online now. That has revolutionised it. But I also think, you know, these books are my investment in a way. It's really interesting. Exhibition catalogues that I bought back, you know, for not very much money, just a normal price, and then of course they become rarer as the years go by. So in some ways my stocks and shares have been sitting on my shelves, which I haven't known about. You know, so when you look online on Amazon and think, oh my goodness, that book's going for £100 now. So there is a sense of, oh well, at least I can pay for my newspaper bill or my root canal surgery doing that. You know, you have to not be a snob.
In tough economic times, it can be hard to keep up appearances. It's why schemes like the one run by this store here in East Dulwich are proving so popular. You bring along your designer clothes and then you can exchange it for credit which can be reused in the store.
I think this is a bit of a first, actually. I think we're the first person to actually combine the dress exchange element with the charity element and introducing the exchange voucher system rather than buying stock in. That's the kind of give and take element.
As more and more families look for ways to make their money go further, the government's being warned that without shared growth, Britain risks becoming a country of two halves, the rich getting richer and the middle classes increasingly losing out. Meanwhile, Liz and a generation like her are facing up to the reality that for Britain's middle classes, the next chapter is looking pretty bleak. Sarah Firth, RT, London.
I am Andrew Hagle, and I created this message. Please join me on social media to continue the conversation. I'm on Experience Project, is Sniggle Fluffy. On Twitter is Truckin' Hubby. And on Patriot Action under my own name. Thank you for watching, and God bless.